Hello everybody, welcome back to the JosephQ773 review tier list video. Today we're doing Majora's Mask, as you guys did vote last week, so I might as well just get started here. So I think we should just start off with our first one in alphabetical order. Now, before I get started, I would like to ask you guys to subscribe, do all that stuff, like, comment, I don't know. The usual algorithm engagement stuff. Please do the usual algorithm engagement stuff. So, I'd also like to say it's been 2 weeks since we last did this. The Super Mario World review is coming out next week, and after that will be Beetle Adventure Racing. And I'm not sure, I think I'm going to be doing the Luigi's Mansion Portrait Ghost in 2 weeks for the next tier list. With all that said, I think it's time we get into this. Exact same setup as last time. I'm recording a little bit differently. This is my first take because I'm learning some things for these. So I think I have ways to make this better. So I think we should just go ahead and get started. So let's start again. All Night Mask. This is a PNG, I believe. Yes, please. Okay, there he is. So the All Night Mask. The problem with the All Night Mask is it's used for one side quest. I like to say we're not doing Transformation Mask. I probably already mentioned that. So the All Night Mask, you can see him here. There should be a video on screen of Link wearing the mask. It looks alright, it's not perfect, it's used for one side quest, but it also costs 500 rupees, and it's quite boring. And because how boring it is and how useless it is, that's getting... it's getting an E, because at least you get a piece of heart from it. So, that's it for that one. Our next mask, this is a classic mask you can get, it's called the Blast Mask. Everybody likes the Blast Mask, everybody knows my boy. Don't ask me again. Everybody knows my friend, the Blast Mask. Let's talk about the Blast Mask. Look at that. Isn't that just a beautiful sprite? You can see it on Link. It's beautiful. I know it's blue in the sprite image, but it's black in game. Quite strange. So this mask has some pretty cool attributes. You can use it to blow things up. If you use your shield, it doesn't even hurt you. So this mask is essentially like free bombs, but you can't throw them. It's a very situational mask. This is a good backup in case you run out of bombs and you need them in the game. So, with that said, because it gives you a very good use, and it's getting an A tier, because I do like this mask. Our next one is the Brennan Mask. Now, what do I gotta say about the Brennan Mask? You can get it pretty easily. It's based off Star Fox, I believe. One of that like, a good bit of them are, actually. And so, as you see here, this mask lets animals travel behind you in lockstep. Which is so crazy. I mean, it's really boring, honestly. It's pretty stupid, if you ask me. So, I think we're going to have to put this in the E tier, because at least you get another mask from it. But the mask you get from it is even better. It's the best mask in the game, I think. And that is the Bunny Hood. So, the Bunny Hood is just an amazing mask. This mask works really well, I think. It's damn near perfect. I mean, it lets you run faster, which is amazing. It's pretty easy to get. All you need is the Brennan Mask, where you get from talking to a guy. And then once you get this Grog's chickens in order, you get the Bunny Hood. And this mask speeds up the game so well. In almost all the footage you can see in the Majora's Mask video, I was wearing it almost exclusively. And you can get it on your first cycle as Young Link. So that's why it's pretty good. The next one is the Captain's Hat. I mean, it looks cool in Link. It's only used at 1 or 2 points in the entire game. Just because of that, I'm putting it in D tier, just because it allows you to talk to skeletons. It's better in these two, but there's not really much saying about the Captain's Hat. Our next one is the Circus Leader Hat. I cannot tell you what this mask does. I really have no idea what this mask does. The only time I ever worn it in game was for this video. So with that said, I can't tell it even does anything. It's going to the F tier. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Our next one is the Couples Mask. This is a lousy reward for the longest side quest in the Zelda history, I believe. And, I mean, it's a nice way to end that side quest, but because it doesn't really do anything. But the side quest is so good, I'm going to put it in C, just because the side quest is really good. Now, next is the Don Gero's Mask. Now, what you know about Don Gero? Let me tell you what you know about Don Gero. Don Gero is a stupid side quest. So, this is also based off Star Fox. So the problem with Don Gero is, I mean, if you've seen the Majora's Mask review I did complain about how the Don Gero side quest is stupid. Once you get this mask by giving a Goron a rock sirloin, you are able to talk to frogs, and they all go back to Snowhead when it's spring, and you get a piece of heart. This mask, I don't like this side quest that much, but I mean, you can talk to frogs, I guess, so it's gonna go in between D and E. The reason this is not a binary system. Well, not really binary, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 octenary system. Or sorry, septenary system. I'm making up words now. Okay, let's talk about the Gyara's Mask. So the Gyara's Mask is an interesting mask. It is required to enter a place known as Icona. Icona Valley. We all know about Icona Valley. It's one of my favorite places in the game. And you get to fight ninjas. That's really it. It also gets... Gyarados won't attack you in some places, I believe. The Icona Castle won't attack you, which is odd, because in lore-wise, this is an enemy of the Icona, but who knows. But because you get to talk to Gyarados, and it lets you in the Icona, and it's pretty cool, that's getting to see. Now, next is the Giant's Mask. Now, I don't think I even wrote anything about the Giant's Mask, nor do I even have footage for the Giant's Mask, which is odd. Maybe I do, maybe I don't, but the Giant's Mask is a very interesting mask. It's very situational. You can only use it at one point in the entire game, and the point you do use it in is an alright boss fight with Twin Mold. That's really about it. You get it in Icona, but you do get to have a lot of fun with this mask in the boss fight, and because if you could use this anywhere, it'd probably be an S. But because it's only in the boss fight, but the boss fight is a lot of fun, I mean, for the most part, it's going to get a B tier. That's the best I can really place this here, because you can't really use it anywhere else. Our next one is a classic. It is... I'm trying to see if I'm looking at my notes now, see if I even put anything about the Giant's Mask, and I've just completely forgot. I've just completely skipped over it. So our next one is the Gyarados Mask. This has also gotten an Icona. So it looks like the last three we really talked about are all Icona masks. So this one lets you talk to Gyarados. You need it for the bottom of the well trading sequence, which is an awful part of the game. It's an alright mask to get. You get it after you cure a guy, being a Gyarados. It doesn't do much, so it's getting a D tier. Some of these masks are very simple. Now the Great Fairies mask is pretty damn good. This mask makes finding Great Fairies a lot easier. So if these are probably the two masks I probably use the most in the game. Great Fairies mask is quite good. Now we do have the Cafe's Mask. I'm going to tell you about Cafe. So Cafe's Mask is used to start the side quest where you get the Couple's Mask. And because of that, I mean, this mask doesn't do much. You get it by talking to somebody, but it does start off that side quest, and it gets you into that side quest, so with that, it's getting a C. Next is the Chimera's Mask. You can probably see on screen, it looks quite odd on Link. You get this mask for playing the song Healing to a Dead Guy, dancing in the middle of the Termina Field. After you get a piece of heart, because you get a piece of heart, it's also being a painfully average mask. Some of these masks, a lot of these masks, just you need a piece of heart, and this one also makes you dance, so that's why it's getting an AC tier. Next is the Katon Mask. This is an Ocarina at a Time returning one, but it does not act like the one in Ocarina at a Time, much at all. You know, I don't think I got any footage for any of these, and now I'm thinking, that's completely sidetracked. You'll see on screen if I really did get footage for these. I mean, who knows? I mean, I did it pretty late last night. I wasn't really paying attention. So Katon Mask lets you talk to Ketons, and they make you do a little quiz, and you get a piece of heart. There's not much to this mask, so with it being quite boring, I mean, it's an Ocarina at a Time returner, which would boost it up a point, so it's going to get a C tier. I mean, a lot of these masks are painfully average. Now here's the Mask of Sense. The Mask of Sense, it gives Link a different, moving cycle. He has a different idle animation, but it doesn't really do anything, except for, you could find mushrooms easier. So because of that, it's getting an E tier. I don't like this mask that much. Now, we do have the Mask of Truth. The Mask of Truth is a damn straight classic. This is another Ocarina of Time returner. This one actually functions much like the exact same as it did in Ocarina of Time, but it lets you also cheat dog races to get a piece of heart. Now, because I do like this mask from Ocarina of Time, it's cool looking, it's all that, and you get it from the Spider House, which I do like Spider Houses, it's getting a B tier. Now, next we have the iconic Postman's Hat. So what does the Postman's Hat do? Not much, really. It lets you check mailboxes. There's a glitch with the Great Fairy Sword, if I remember correctly, and you get a piece of heart. Because of that, it's getting a C tier. It's quite average. Not much to do. It's also a very late game mask. We also have the Romani's Mask. You get this after the Romani's Ranch side quest. That is a fun side quest. It also lets you go into the Milk Bar and buy Chateau Romani. Because of that, it's going to get an A tier. Because I never use Chateau Romani, but other people swear by it. It's a great way to play the game. I'm pulling stuff out of my rear end here. I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, the Stone Mask. Let me talk about the Stone Mask. This is very situational. It's also actually amazing. So this mask makes you invisible to enemies. That's why it's pretty much perfect. And that's why it's getting an A tier. So, I think that does it. That is the Ocarina of Time. This is, I'm sorry, the Majora's Mask tier list. You can take a screenshot, send it to your buddies, do whatever to it. I don't care. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next week will be Super Mario World. After that will be Luigi's Mansion. After that will be the amazing Beetle Adventure Racing review, which is still in the works. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to please like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff that you usually do for everybody else. And I'll see you guys next week with Super Mario World.